Now, when he's not busy with his Bible study, he's writing letters. And in an HLN special titled Killer Dad, Chris Watts Speaks, Chris's mom, Cindy, actually reads a small paragraph in one of the letters that was written to her by her son, Chris. The letter read, "I'm still a dad. I'm still a son. No matter what. Now I can add servant of God to that mix. He has shown me peace, love, and forgiveness, and that's how I live every day." Now, guys, I know I've been kind of sharing my opinion a lot throughout this video, so I'm not going to share what I think about that. I'm just going to make a little roll my eyes so hard to the back of my brain that I can see my brain, but okay, fine. I need to get it together. All right, guys, sorry, promise. From this point on, I'm going to be a little bit more poised. People obviously have a lot of feelings on this, though, right? Newfound religion aside, more than anything, though, they're not happy with him apparently still calling himself a dad, which is what he called himself in that letter. His mom, Cindy Watts, is a whole other topic of conversation, and we could go on a very long rant about that. None of it is good. She's been extremely vocal from the very start about her support for Chris, and she has said bad things about Shanann even, which is insane and absolutely mind-blowing. Taking Shanann out of the picture, though, I cannot comprehend how you could say that you ever loved your granddaughters just to turn right around and then speak so highly of the person who murdered them and has admitted to murdering them in such great detail. It makes me absolutely sick. And like I said, that's a whole other rant that we don't even need to be getting into. If you do want the deep dive, let me know in the comments, but I'm trying to keep it clean here. So apparently Cindy isn't the only person that Chris is writing to either in all of this. Not at all. Here's where all of the women who have some reason to obsess over these disgusting men in prison come into play. Because Chris, like Wade Wilson, the tattooed-faced serial killer, has been getting so much fan mail from all over the place for years now. Countless women have been writing to Chris, just hyping him up, telling him that they know that he's a good person, that they feel drawn to him for whatever reason, blah, 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 blah. And some of these women will literally even send scandalous photos of themselves in bikinis, underwear, sometimes even naked. And just take a look at one of these letters that somebody sent to him. It says, "I won't lie. I've seen the news, but it's not my reason for writing to you. You honestly have one of the kindest faces I've ever seen. I don't even know you, yet I don't want you to feel alone. You also very much remind me of somebody that I used to know. You can do as you please with this letter. Of course, I would love to hear from you, talking about whatever you wish to talk about, but if for some reason you feel you are unable to write, then I'll completely understand that too. I've included a photo of me so you can put a face to the name. Maybe then I won't feel like such a stranger to you." Now, this will never not irk me, the amount of women who reach out to these people. And I don't know if it's because women typically have kind of like this savior complex of I can save him, I can rehabilitate him, whatever the things are. But she's talking about how he has such a kind face. You know who also had the kindest faces? His daughters that looked just like him.
My daddy is a hero. He helps me grow up strong. He helped me snuggle too. He reads me books. He ties my shoes. If you're a hero, blue and blue, my daddy is love you.
Oh, I love. And don't get it twisted, Chris responds to many of these letters. It's not like he just reads them, then doesn't play into it at all, then goes about his day. I mean, he has all of the time in the day to read these, just like he reads the Bible passages over and over and over again. So he also responds to romantic and sexual letters. I don't know, maybe he's just bored. Maybe it's because he's trying to get more money on his books. I don't know. But since we're on the topic of letters, let's get into perhaps one of the craziest letters that Chris has written while in prison. An author named Sherilyn Cadle started writing back and forth to Chris. And Sherilyn claimed that, like many of us, she heard about the case and was immediately fascinated. At one point, she was even able to meet with Chris in person. Now, for whatever reason, Chris was always more than happy to talk with her. Maybe it was because he felt like this could be his chance to kind of tell his own story in his words, since he never really got to with that documentary I mentioned earlier. I don't know. Maybe she was able to, and I use this word very loosely, almost manipulate him with his newfound religion. But these letters were incredibly controversial for many reasons, so I want to get right into them.